Hello, everybody, welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator, hello, everybody, welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator. So I am trying these different ways of recording again because, like I said, Zoom isn't reliable because the internet can drop sometimes. So I am actually using the computer's own camera, and I'm recording this after I had already started answering the questions. I use cards to answer a lot of questions related to the whole Venezuela thing, and I'm gonna just show it to you. I'm going to be like I've already edited that part, and I will now add the visions addressing those questions. Okay. All right, but I wanted to show you this question I received from April because I did not ask this question in the direct way that she did. But before I do that, let's do the protection. I like to ask for protection, a beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as a breathe in. I feel my lungs as a breathe out. I create a circle, I create a circle, I step into it, I feel protected, I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources, that it create the good and on the good, and so it is. Okay. So her question is, when and how will 45 be stopped after invading Venezuela? And by the way, I wanted to tell you that I looked into it, and I don't think this is going to be the reason why he's going to be removed. I think this is obviously, not obviously, but the cards really said it's not just, but it's a distraction from the files. That's essentially what it is, again, right? But the files will be the thing that take him down ultimately. But so this is before I answer her question, but let me ask exactly how she asked yours, which is, when and how will 45 be stopped after invading Venezuela? So when is when is a difficult question, of course, but how will he be stopped? Yeah, I see these men in uniforms putting their feet down and he's tripping after this. I still feel like it will have something to do with Russia more than anything. And remember how I said, I think it was yesterday, that he is getting more and more desperate and he's doing more and more desperate things. And this is along those lines. Now, of course, there are people in the administration who wanted something like this to happen. But ultimately, in light of all the things, this is a distraction, right? Because really, what is the reason to remove the guy? I mean, you may not like him. He may be a quote unquote dictator, but look at Trump. I mean, what is Trump to say about, who is he to talk about democracy or whatever? So, okay, so, so is, and then let me actually ask her the other part of, she has some other questions here. Will the military arrest them and remove them from office? Again, when is not an applicable question. Just ask because it's very slippery. Okay, but let's just ask, will the military, because I've seen this before, and from the very beginning, I've seen this. Will the military remove? Yes, it's saying yes. It still tells me that, as I had seen before a long time ago, Trump is going to do the big, quote unquote, big ask. And this big ask has to do with helping Russia militarily. And that is the thing that is going to lead to his removal. That's what I get. Okay. All right. So this is this part. Okay. All right. So, maybe should I let me just do quickly cards about this. Let's see. Okay, so I am recording, and I'm actually using my phone to record this because it's a better angle than the computer or the like the other the other camera. So let's look at the question. So I brought my cards from the US and I haven't used them. And of course, as you guys know, this is a subject that is, um, you know, complicated because I'm here with my parents, and but let's see. Okay, it's let's see what's going on here with this Venezuela situation. Let's. Okay, so what is going on with the Venezuela situation? So I see an image of Trump sitting on a chair, and there's fire under his uh, butt, and it's burning hard. And he has to get up from the chair. Then he sees very far away these boats moving, and he's like, "Oh!" Like with a joystick, boom, 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 like a video game, so that there's a distraction. It's like, "Oh no, it's you, it's you, it's you." And then I see that man, the face of Maduro, like a toy being toppled. But then, interesting, then it shows Trump being handcuffed anyway. So unfortunately, yes, he does see this as a video game, as a game of distraction. But it's not enough. He knows that as a U.S. president, he has the power to do what he did, but it backfires. Okay. So, as you guys know, I like to use different types of cards to oh, you know what? This just I don't want to look at it yet. Mm. Mm. And I didn't bring the gypsy cards, which is fine. It happens. So, all right. So let's see here. Okay. Oh, no, I can't. Okay. So of course, you know, it's like so I'm just looking at the center here. Okay, we have the wanting needing to collect something. And the moon is recognition of something. And what is it here? The Gutadama is the older women. And this is the younger and experienced women. So to me, this is about the Epstein stuff yet again. And here is some money payments, lies, false person, and the White House here upside down. So aggression because there are troubles within the White House. Now, payments here to me, another corrupt scheme, of course. And it's interesting, the payments here next to the women, right? Oh, and here you didn't see this. This is a secret. So the secrets of the women, right? The payments that are should be coming out. And it's very sad because all of this has to do with distracting from the Epstein files. The moon is like they're not yet known. It's we only know half the story. Now this is travel, something foreign, but also somebody departing the courts, decisions and negotiations. So the moon here and the secret card something like it's like a negotiation about things that are, I think, related to the, it's so interesting, right? The Epstein files, it's not, except for this card, which is the aggression. Aggression for money. And a false person could also mean false pretenses, right? So, but nobody's shocked about this. So, okay. All right. Okay. So what happens to Trump as a result of this, the invasion of Venezuela? Interesting. I see Trump back in the chair that I had seen him before with a burning seat under the seat, right? And then I see that around him, there's like he's sitting in this wooden chair and there's a wooden desk. And now there's a circle, like as if somebody drew a circle around him, and there's fire. I can always see these images of like a circle, like there's a little bit of fire, like it's a circle of fire. It's not high enough that you would like burn him, he can still leave, but it's like the circle is getting hotter and it's getting warmer for him. I think the intention was for him to make things cooler, right? Less dangerous, but now it's getting worse for him. In other words, it has in fact backfired. So that makes sense. Now, what happens? What happens next to Trump as a result of this? Okay, what happens next to Trump as a result of this? Message on battles. Okay. Negative messages, guilty, important. This is happiness or important invitation also. Here, sad news. Now, interesting because this card is about a message, right? She's reading a message. Page of Cups also is a card of messages. Here is the deal, okay, of some sort, marriage. Big worry. Ideas or plans. Abroad, travel. Change. Things changing for him is worried. Cutting invitation, seeking to change. Now, this is also the Nine of Wands, a part of the battle. An answer, embattled person, an answer is to make a deal about something abroad. But here, what's interesting is that these messages are carry his guilt, and then he makes plans to basically move away from that. So all of it appears to be a big distraction for him, which nobody's shocked about, right? Of course. You know what? I realize I do have these cards. They're not the, remember the ones that the I guess Hungarian cards that I use for. They look like Jared Kushner. I did not bring those, but let's see what was okay. So let's see these. Yeah, I think it's also to suggest that he knows that he's about to be invited to leave, so he's doing what he can to maintain power. Okay, now here, interesting, this card, reunion. It's a card of a reunion in this context means a meeting, a business meeting, but as I said before, you see it's the 19th century when these cards were designed and men and women are together. So it has the implication of a rendezvous or an affair or like sexual encounters. Upside down, so some sort of a shady meeting, right? Like, I think it's all of this. It's about, again, the Epstein situation. Sigh, it's like, oh, you can't, I think it's his expression of not being able to escape it. And now the child, interesting, new, you know, guys, there was a new beginning, but again, it all backfires. Okay, so this is this. Okay, now let's see what is going on in Trump's presidency right now. Mm-mm-mm. So, what is going on with Trump's presidency right now? Again, the same image of him sitting in a wooden chair with a wooden table, but now there's a shelf with books behind him. And it's interesting because the books are now connecting to the Lenormand card of book, right? Which means secret. So this is all the secrets and the information about the girls and his crimes right behind him. And the shelf is tilting and everything is gonna fall on top of him. And then I see that he's like pushing whatever he can to the wall to see what sticks. So that's what's going on. Both the revelation of all the secrets and him trying to push everything away, create a distraction from his real crimes. Let's see right now. How, what stage are we in here? Interesting. Now, chaos, the plans are not working out. He's not feeling good about things. Making an offer, getting an offer of some sort. Let's see. Again, the child, the beginning. Older man, talk. Or siblings, or chatter. Man, older man. Again, interesting, the birds here, right? But this card here is the deal. The deal is of some sort. Again, the younger women, the inexperienced women. And Mädchen is actually girls, the translation of that. So, interesting. All right, beef, right. Pathway, something. Okay, messages. These two connect, talking about plans go awry because of the talking about the young girls and messages related to the young girls, all of this coming out. And here, okay, interesting. Now, this card, the pleasure seekers, it's interesting because when you think of the whole Epstein situation, right, that's exactly what they are. But it's also the deplorables, upside down, the wedding. Now, the wedding is a deal. It's interesting because this card is about a deal. This one is as well. Business deal of some sort. Wow, misfortune. Good. Buttering building, right? Yeah, honestly, it suggests that this Epstein thing is ultimately the thing that's going to take him down. Really, that's what's coming out here. Okay, really, because we have the talk and the messages exposing him. Here is an offer, wanting to make some sort of deal. And what is the deal, actually? You know what? What deal is this? Because we're talking about this war situation. It seems strange. What is the deal that is being alluded to here? Oh, getting what he wants. Okay, so what is the deal? Man. Okay, worry. What is the deal? Okay, hit the tree. Health or organization? Lies. Yeah, it's interesting. He really wants, like, what he wants is to change the conversation. But I don't think he succeeds, okay? But, all right, now let's go to the other part here of the question, which is what is happening with Venezuela? Because in the meantime, all of this has led to some terrible things happening. So, what is going on with Venezuela right now? I see the images of buildings, like the structure of the building being shaken. The structure of the country is being shaken up and tested right now. But ultimately, I know it sounds strange to say, but it will get better. And I think again, it shows me the image of Trump being arrested. So that's what I see. Okay. I see that Trump tries to make this the thing. Like he's looking at Bush, thinking, oh, look at what they got away with. I can get away with this because they got away with everything. So I'm copying them and I'm going to get away with this. But it does not happen. He, in fact, does not get away with this and does not get away with the whole criminal enterprise. So, right? And I know Maduro is not obviously perfect or ideal or anything, but it's like, how can we, the fact that he just feels comfortable bombing, it's awful. And of course, it's perfect to distract from his main problems. And it's something so unrelated to our real issues, which is that our, right? Okay, so let's see what is happening in terms of Venezuela. What is happening in Venezuela and the U.S. attacking Venezuela? What is happening with that specifically? Let's see. Woman recognized money. I wonder if it has, the so-called opposition person. Who knows what that is? And the woman, actually, there's a vice president, I guess. I was reading that. High priestess, somebody we don't know. Interesting. Victory upside down. Judgment upside down. Interesting. Changing. Okay. Interesting that this kind of continuation of the idea that this will backfire. Okay. Stress. Losses. Something coming out. Stuff that is hidden coming out. The man working. Woman. Let's see here. A lot of money. The house, White House, working for the White House. Now, it suggests that there's more to come out here. The moon, something recognized. Victory upside down, like it's some things come out that are not good about how there's people working to make this happen. There's something obviously shady, which like everything they do is shady. Money, lots of money. The judgment, right? It's like how, I think it's also perception, how they are perceived. And here we have the cloud. Doubts, lots of doubts about it, and the money thing. Okay, here is the room. Covert. Okay, faithfulness, loyalty. Okay, sorrow. It's interesting, guys. What I'm getting is that it's not, the story is not exactly what we're being told. There's something, honestly, that feels a bit theatrical. And I don't know. Let's ask about Maduro. What's happening to Maduro's government now? What's happening to Maduro's government now? Changes, okay. Ideas and plans from far. Recognition. I wonder, honestly, I wonder. They said that he's going to be taken to the U.S. I wonder if, he's an ally of our, right? Hopeless. Lord. Okay, wrong advice. Now, he was betrayed, right? That's the idea, too. That's people, okay, gift or invitation. The house, White House here, mature woman. I wonder, is there... I'm getting controlled opposition. Nice losses. Opportunity. Letter. Changes from far away, powerful person. White House. Money, ideas, plans, hopeless, invitation, losses. It's interesting that the cards I'm not getting truly terrible, like death cards, or it's like because here you have the path, and then on the other thing, and there was a path too. So it's almost like faraway plans. It's like, to me, honestly, guys, there was just something that feels like there's a plan for him, for a way out. Now, the woman, we talked about this woman that keeps appearing. I wonder if, let's see, what about this woman? Institution of, let's see, because remember how Trump, okay, here, transferred, Trump helped her escape apparently. And, okay, the enemy, okay. High honor recognized. Something just feels very fishy, and I'm getting it's not over yet. There's a lot more to happen. Okay. All right. So what's happening to Maduro personally, specifically? Weak position, can't. All right. Okay. Okay, again. Young woman, okay. Losses. Sick. Wow. Okay. Ending. False person. Prison. That's right. It honestly, the cards really suggest, oh, look, prison again. Prison. It really suggests that he was betrayed. Now, somebody who had a lack of experience, or a young woman who could have been the one, maybe it's like his mistress or something. I don't know. He probably has a mistress. But here, the widower, upside down, big losses. He can't assert himself, and this appears to be permanent. Okay, here. Wow. Look, prison, coffin. Did we get a coffin before? Do we get a coffin? Yes, we had a coffin. Community, the group. Society. Now, and honestly, this woman keeps appearing, and to me, it feels as though she's been prepared for a long time. So they're going to try to kind of put her as the person. Okay. And it's interesting because I had seen before that I didn't at the time. I guess it was like more of a propaganda. But as I'm telling you guys, it's saying Rosie still is a propaganda effort with real consequences to the people involved, because he wants to change the conversation from the Epstein thing. Okay? All right. So that's it for now. And thanks for watching.